I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Coming in hot. Shoot that. Hey, why not? Yeah, coming in hot.
Alright gang, today's project, HID bulb. One of the most expensive parts I've had to put on this car. Oh, and guess what? I just replaced this one yesterday. And today, this one's out. So, I figured I didn't record the one yesterday, but I'll go ahead and do a little how-to on this one. Now, on the driver's side, to get to the bulb, you have to go down all the way back here. So I took off the intake to actually be able to get to it. So that was actually easier. Today, in order to get to one back here, if you see this little horn-looking cap? It's actually to the left of that. There's a whole piece back here that's a back on it that has to be pulled off in order for you to be able to reach the actual bulb itself. So in order to get to it, we are going to go behind the wheel well, which means I got to take the whole wheel off to be able to reach it. So that's going to be the first part. Alright, so next step, gotta pull a few of these back so that I can pull the actual fender liner and be able to reach it with my hand. So that's the next step. Alright, so right there it is, right there. Got to unscrew that cap and then be able to get to the actual light bulb. Alright, now that I got the cap off, this is the bulb itself. You have to unhook it from the bottom, and then it's got a collar on it that holds it in place. You have to rotate it with the collar like a quarter turn, and then it'll pull out. I don't know if I can do that while I'm holding the camera, so. Pinch that together, pull it down. So now that is free, and then it's just the rotation. All right, so pulled it out. So basically what you do is you rotate this coupler half a turn, and then it pulls straight out. So this is what it looks like. This is the old bulb with this coupler. Now what you have to do is you have to take this off and mount it on the new light and put it back in. But basically it was like this. I rotated it like this, and then it pulled straight out. Alright, so this is the new bulb, and this is that coupler. So now what we have to do is line up the coupler to go back onto the new bulb. And it was tricky. It took a second to get it off. We're going to slide that onto the new one, and then we will be ready to put it back into the car. Alright, so new coupler is on, or the coupler's on the new bulb. Now we're going to mount this back into the car. Okay, it's back in place. It is a bit tricky that coupler needs to be facing a certain way when it goes in, so that when you lock the light bulb in place, then you can dial the coupler to actually secure it into the hole again. So it's back in place. Now I just have to reconnect it and then check the lights. Alright, one last picture. Light bulb is in place and it has been reconnected. Now just have to put the cap back in place. And the cap is back on. That's it. Alright, so all in all, I don't really count this one as a extremely difficult bulb replacement, but just for the fact of where the bulbs are and how you have to reach in and grab them and maneuver them to get them in and out, made it a little bit more difficult, especially on the passenger side with the wheel well. But that's one of the most expensive maintenance things that I've done to the car yet. I've had the car for 5 years, and both HIDs to go out at the same time or within days of each other, that sucks. So $130 a pop per light bulb. So not really happy that I had to do that, but when you have a car and you have to maintain it, that's just something that comes along with it. So thanks for hanging out and watching this one on replacing HIDs. And also, if you go to my Instagram, Bucky327, you can check out my t-shirt shop. There's a link in there for my t-shirt shop. So I'll probably throw that link in this video as well. And thanks for watching, and stay tuned. I'm going to do some more how-tos in the future. Not necessarily exactly how-to, but how I do. Like I'm going to go through a full detail on the car, and I'll talk about how I do my detailing for my car. So maybe that'll be helpful. But stay tuned, more stuff to come.